All right, we are back. Rich hit the wrong button and killed the stream. Of course he did, because he is rich and that's what he does. But we are back. I'm just waiting for the other guys to join. But like I was saying, I'm going to play a commercial. It's not a paid commercial, but there's a company called JM4 Tactical. They make an awesome holster. It's a holster that I carry, and they just donated $20,000 to GOA, which is a great thing to do. And I have talked to him. Did you get the link over to Jared?
Getting it now.
Okay, and I've talked to these guys. They truly believe in the Second Amendment, and because they did a $20,000 donation, I am going to play the commercial, and the commercial is freaking hilarious anyway.
Did you bring protection?
I left it at home. It's just a little uncomfortable.
Sounds like you've never used JM4 Tactical before. Lined with leather for your pleasure. JM4 Tactical's magnetic holsters keep your piece securely in place without the need for a belt. So when you slide it in...
Feels like there's nothing there.
Click the link to get your hands on your own holster or go to jm4tactical.com.
Okay, I never knew they made a purple holster. I never noticed that until now. Did you get the link over to him? And Rich is frozen. Rich is not having a good day, apparently. Hopefully he did get the link. But yeah, they are awesome. Let me go ahead and I'm going to text Jared myself and be like, did you get the link? And hopefully he did. And then we'll go from there. Did you get the link? Today we are celebrating my 25,000 subscriber mark, and also there's a mailing list that you can add down there. I'm just waiting for the guys to rejoin. We're going to be joined today. Yeah, it's a tough week to be flying Ricky Bobby. Yeah. Today, we are going to be joined by Jared from Guns and Gadgets in a second. Once Rich gets the link back over to him. Hopefully, this is Rich.
Yeah.
Did you get the link back over to him?
Yeah, I did. For whatever reason, it locked up over here.
What's that?
It locked up over here.
What locked up? All right. Apparently, Rich is having all sorts of trouble. Yeah. Why don't you just go without your Mac being connected? Maybe that will do better.
Oh.
I think your computer is toast, man.
Yeah.
All right. So here, let's do this. I'm going to play a video of a sheriff, and I want to get your opinion of it. And Jared, when Jared comes, here he is. All right, Jared. Sorry about that, buddy.
No problem, dude. It happens.
Yeah. Pew Tank says flying Ricky Bobby is having trouble. I gotta disable the in broadcast button for you, man. Okay, we can't hear you.
You're on mute, dude.
You're mute.
When you're on the computer, you can click Leave Studio, and it's a red button with a cross. And the only way on a phone, it's end, unless you go hit the back button.
I would just hit the back button from now on.
Yeah, I got to put like a piece of tape where it says end, so I don't see that anymore.
Yeah. All right. let's go. I want to play this video because I want to get your both of your guys' opinions on this. Here,
We're going to talk about an incident that occurred yesterday in the Santa Villa subdivision in Pace, and it involves, if you can put him up, Mr. Brandon Harris, who you hear me talk about frequent flyers all the time. Our first interaction with this individual came when he was 13 years old. Since then, he's had like 17 arrests. He got out of prison. We sent him to prison for 6.5 years for home invasion. So one of the homeowners, he was breaking into their house and they shot at him. And I want to say, as to the person, we don't know which homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday. And if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money. So, with that, questions?
all right. What do you guys think of that guy?
Better than my sheriff.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I think I watched that, and spot on. We need more sheriffs like him. It's refreshing. I wish they were all like that.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of crap. People are like, "Oh yeah, that shows how racist he is." It's like the dude was white.
Dude, they're throwing, like, so the left will throw racist at
Because
everything
only
now.
criminals are black?
I have no idea. They have a picture of a white guy behind him. It's a criminal.
Well, yesterday I did a video or a quick mention that the state of Washington has declared that the word marijuana is racist. So you can't have marijuana in any statutes anymore. They're going to erase the word.
Do you have to say
replace it with
cannabis
cannabis.
sativa? I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they're going to replace it with cannabis.
that's like when everything, you didn't get a venereal disease anymore. You get STDs. And I'm like, yeah, and?
I think they should just change to the devil's lettuce. So all the statutes have the devil's lettuce in it instead. Yeah. Right. On his Cricket Mobile.
All right. I am completely.
Oh my god.
There's no tabs open. I'm on my computer at all.
All right. Well, that's a lot better. Thought you were getting a new computer.
Yeah, I must be Bitcoin mining or something. There must be a virus Bitcoin mining on my computer.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just that Florida Wi-Fi, I guess.
Right. Yeah, don't talk bad about Florida.
Yeah. Rich is on Potato Link. It's like discount Starlink.
Yeah.
Instead of satellites and potatoes floating around in space. He's on HughesNet.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
actually, HughesNet was the original satellite phones.
I know. I used to work on the network. I designed a lot of their internet stuff for the HughesNet satellite internet. Back in the late 90s.
So my sheriff, I keep mentioning, I think he's sheriff for life. His name is Rick Bradshaw. And he's the guy that left the door open for Jeffrey Epstein. Because Jeffrey was claustrophobic. I'm sure if I was in the county jail and I told him I'm claustrophobic, they wouldn't lock my cell door either.
Yeah.
They probably keep the cameras on for you, though.
Yeah.
Right. Hillary Clinton's not after me. Got nothing to worry about.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Congratulations on officially retiring.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, now you're a full-time YouTuber.
Yeah, full-time dad and YouTuber.
And
it's a different
coffee
world.
company guy.
And a
What's
coffee company guy.
Yeah, coffee. Hopefully that takes off. Then I can really retire.
Yeah, Blackout Coffee, which is I have not tried it.
Not
Should. I mean,
Black
we have
Rifle
a GOA
coffee.
roast, man.
I know they have a GOA roast. So does the Fender coffee.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just fucked up. I pasted the wrong link. I pasted the link to the StreamYard.
Oh,
Yeah, holy.
Yeah, 35 people backstage.
No, that happened last time.
no, just Shooting Gallery New England trying to fanboy his way in.
Shooting Gallery New England can come in, but no, last time Rich did that and it was like a disaster.
Oh, come on. It was a good show.
We had like 20 people. Like all of a sudden it's like ding, 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 ding. Then we had the trolls come in and it kept on saying something weird.
Well, that was the reason I posted. So some guy, there's these absolute freedom guys. They're like, free men don't ask permission and blah blah blah. And he's like, well, I even forget. He's like, we all need to rise up. We need to organize. It's like, okay, Fed. Here's the link. Join the chat. Tell us your opinion. All of a sudden, ghosted us. Never saw that. What was it? It was Tuck Firance was the screen name.
It was a troll, man.
Yeah, and the troll was gone.
Oh, yeah. So I reached 25,000 subscribers. I'm about to hit 26,000.
Congratulations, man! That's awesome.
Which is really, really cool. I'm ecstatic. I'm doing all the YouTube and everything for one reason, and one reason alone. And people don't believe me, but I think I might actually do it. I am going to, once I hit 100,000, I'm going to get that plaque, give it to my son, and just never log in again.
His son wants the plaque.
And people think I'm joking when I said that's the reason why I started doing YouTube, but Rich will tell you that's the reason
all
I
he
started
said.
doing YouTube.
Oh, like, dude, 100K, then what? He's like, nothing.
Yeah, see right here. This is it was, I had the channel, but there's no videos on it until that was in July.
July of last year?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Good work, man.
So I gained over 25,000 subs.
It's funny to hear people like, oh man, it was so hard. It took me 6 months to get to 100,000 subs. It's like, oh.
Dude, it took me years to get to that point. You're already a quarter of the way there in a couple months. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I bet it's a bunch of ATF agents too.
Probably. I gotta send Marvin a goodbye note.
Yeah, well, he's deputy director now, right?
Yeah. Well, one of the guys at the ATF reached out to me. One of the heads at the ATF reached out to me because I posted a thing about how they lied when they told Congress, "Oh, we have a 90-day approval thing." Mm-hmm. So I guess one of them read my letter and says, what did he say? He said something really snarky. Like, I know you've already published your piece, but 90 days wasn't actually never meant to be technically 90 days. It was supposed to be a goal. It's like, but your internal goal said 6 months. I mean, 6 months. Like, yeah, it was like 6 months. And in Congress, you said we process all opinion letters within 90 days.
Facts schmacks.
Like, like there's no thing. You never said this is our goal, and your internal document doesn't say it's a goal. So I have no idea.
That means they probably got a phone call from from Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was true, man. So, Jared, what do you think about FN going to start producing the OGs in the country?
I think it's pretty
cool. Weird.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've never had the opportunity to play with an OG, so maybe now it'll be a little more prevalent, at least where I can get my hands on them. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, anytime more manufacturers are making more product and closer to home, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I think that was something that we broke yesterday.
Yeah.
We found the blanks. in the
Yeah,
in
come
the
out and
import
play.
documents.
So the weird thing, the AUG kits are ridiculously cheap. There was one company with a discount code. You could get them for $153. Atlantic has them for like $239, and who was the other one? Centerfire Systems was like $199. So they're pretty stupid cheap, and even compared to like a Setme parts kit.
Steyr, by the way.
Yeah, the AUG parts kit, and all of the people that are in the industry are saying, well, that's because there's no receivers available. And then John's going through the ATF list, and all of a sudden there's receiver blanks coming into the country. Weird coincidence.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying one has anything to do with the other. It doesn't. But
I think they'll make probably brand new kits. They're not going to use like Floor Plus kits.
right.
But if they do sell the receivers separately,
and if they chuck up at a Ghost Gunner,
Get 0% AUG.
yep.
well,
There's the thing that I don't like about the AUG. Well, the later models are better, but it comes with a proprietary magazine. I mean, if you're shooting 5.56, you really need to have an AR mag. You need to have that compatibility. The NATO models, the NATO AUG models, do have that. So, and unfortunately, I'm a lefty, and shooting an AUG in your left hand really sucks unless you have a good mustache to deflect the brass. Otherwise, they leave crescent-shaped marks in your face.
Take one for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The published rule today, I would imagine it's the same. It should be the same, but I have not read through all of it.
Yeah, I haven't looked through the whole thing, but what I did see today was the same as the draft. So I think,
I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
Usually they don't release the draft and they change it at that point. At that point, that's basically locked in. And that's one of the
364 pages.
Yeah, that's one of the things that got Richardson demoted, by the way.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have it fast enough.
Yeah, it didn't have it fast enough, and it wasn't correctly done. I mean, it wasn't done. I mean, you can read through it, and it's not done.
Yeah, there are a lot of errors in there, a lot of gray areas they created. And one thing, we might as well put it out because it's going to be out. Well, it's published now. So one page, I think it was 119, if I recall. They basically destroy, remember that checklist that they came up with that we'll see soon for the pistol braces?
Yeah.
They basically destroy that whole idea in this thing.
The point system.
Yeah, the point system. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's really weird. Dark tonight will be having a guest that survived a really bad shooting, I guess, and that's all I'm gonna say. But check out DLD After Dark later on tonight.
Oh, so that's Florida Guns.
Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to know.
Oh, we're not supposed to let.
I said I'm not going to say anything else.
Well, I didn't say his name, but that's like his handle.
All right. Rich, you're not having a good day, are you?
No, at least the dog hasn't crapped in the house yet.
Give it time.
Yeah.
So, Jared, give me some advice on growing from 25,000 to 100,000.
For me, I mean, YouTube's a little different now. Now you just need a video that catches fire and you can jump pretty big. But for me, it was just putting out content every single day. When I grew fast, it was when I was hurt at work and I decided to put a video out every day, and I didn't take a day off for I think 6 weeks. So people got to realize, I get the channel was a thing, and they realized they could depend on me being there when I said I was going to be there. I think that was a big part, is just the dependability and reliability.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Like, people have a show a particular day, a particular time, or just content that day. Like, let's say Johnny B. He doesn't release all at the same time, but, almost every day he's going to have something going on.
Yeah, that's the big thing. As long as they know that you'll have something out. Your most of your viewers will come back and check. You will find as you continue to grow. For instance, if you say you have 300,000 subscribers, you still might only have videos that get 15, 20,000 views. So it's the real tough question is to get all the people who are subscribed watching your stuff. That's the tough part. And a lot of that is the YouTube algorithm that doesn't push stuff that people don't get notifications. So that's always a struggle.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty regular views. I'm getting a few thousand views in a 24-hour period, which is pretty good for my channel. Like 4,000 or 5,000 views, which is good for my channel. The algorithm is a beast. That's one of the things why I like Elon Musk thing, because he's going to make the Twitter algorithm open source.
Yeah, that'll be cool. It's interesting. I mean, Twitter's not going to have any changes for 6 months from the filing, from what I saw.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it looks like Rich is having a bad day. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Clint Eastwood, who is sub to all three of us. Probably not the actual Clint Eastwood, but you never know.
So did you see the information that came out yesterday from Santa Fe about Alec Baldwin and how he actually had his finger on the trigger?
Yes, I did see that. One of the things I was gonna make I'm probably gonna make a video tomorrow, but I was just too pissed off to make it today. Is what's her name? Hannah.
Oh, the armorer.
Yeah. I don't know. Like her stuff really pissed me off.
There's a lot of stuff because they're all suing each other right now. So everybody's lobbing grenades, and I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Did you watch the videos of her from the Dropbox?
I haven't seen hers yet. I just been watching Alex and looking at the the evidence with the blood on him while he was still on scene.
It's going, yeah, Gutierrez. Yeah, it's gonna piss you off because her whole entire thing it wasn't like, oh, I'm concerned about her. It's like, this is gonna kill my career. This is the worst day of my life. Stuff like that, which is
wow.
I can't believe this
with a silver
happened.
Mouth, that's
She's like,
really worried about.
I can't believe what effing happened to me.
Yeah, to her.
But I guess that's kind of a mindset that's endemic in Hollywood.
Yeah, especially when she got the job based off of Daddy, and Daddy was an armorer, a famous one for a long time, and that's how she got into the field. So she's probably more worried about her continuing work than somebody who lost their life.
That's what she was talking about, the police. Like, how am I ever going to work in this field again and stuff like that. And it really, when I reported it, everyone was covering like the Alec Baldwin thing. I did something different. I covered the life of the woman that died.
Mm-hmm. Helena Hutchins.
Yeah, Helena Hutchins. So with that, looking at that, I did a deep dive into her life. Rich will tell you. Like,
that was a good story.
Her childhood, everything like that. And just looking at this Hannah Gutierrez, who's just worried about herself, never once mentions about the woman or the director. Just pisses me off so bad. All right, Rich, you go ahead and read this.
Just a quick note to say thank you for all being freedom fighter of the 2A. Side note, hi, Jared. Kyle from 2A Jeeps. Thanks, John. Flying Rich, 80%.
Yeah, 2A Jeeps is a great channel. You guys should go check it out. Kyle Kaiser is out there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kyle.
Any word on the braces? That is still probably going to come this summer, if it comes at all.
Yeah, August was the tentative date.
They're having so many issues with that rule.
Yeah, well, they got slapped by a bunch of people in Congress too. So I think they're going to wait to see what happens with Marvin's replacement right now first.
Well, I think one of the things is that they can't figure out how to I'll say it right now, they can't figure out how to implement a rule. Giving out free tax stamps is what they're leaning towards.
Yeah.
And they want to leverage the e-file system to do that. But it's going to be hard to give out like 4 million tax stamps.
Yeah, and we said that. Remember the one that they did last fall, or the end of fall, early winter, when they actually said that they were going to basically grandfather everybody who had one of these. And that was one of the things we were talking about back then: is how are they going to give away 10 million, free stamps? They can't even figure out how to give away a stamp, So it's going to be an interesting cluster.
Well, there has been people, a couple people that I know verified, 2 verified that I know of, that got their tax stamp back for their suppressor in 4 days.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm thinking that they're probably trying to ramp up the e-file system. But the other thing, with having like 10 million of that come in, that's going to crash the servers, even if they do have it all automated.
How do they they get their stamp in 2 days?
4 days.
4 days. It takes. They must live close, because you still have to hard copy mail in your prints. It takes longer than that to.
Not if you use a silencer shop kiosk.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you use a kiosk, it goes immediately.
Yeah. They're both silencer shop kiosk customers.
Okay.
So you don't have to mail anything in. Mine was done like a long time ago.
We can't even get them in this state.
That's right.
Yep, they are illegal. It's illegal to protect your hearing in Massachusetts.
That's another thing about the brace rule is, how about states like Massachusetts where SBRs are illegal no matter what?
Negative. We have SBRs are legal here.
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong.
Yep, that's one thing that they haven't deep sixed us on yet.
How about other states where you can't own an SBR, like Maryland? Then
it's interesting, right?
Yeah, it really is.
It's almost like there's so many of them out there that there should be no super secret extra regulation on SBRs. Because now you get states that they're technically illegal, and if you're going to call all these brace pistols SBRs, how are you going to enforce that if there's 20,000 in a state that were legal one day and then they're going to say they're not the next? Good luck.
You can look at the Connecticut assault weapons ban when they wanted everyone to register it,
right? Or when they wanted to turn in the mags.
Oh, in New Jersey, yeah, when I foiled it, and they're like, "Yeah, we haven't got a single one." It's like you haven't got one.
We had 3 bump stocks turned in here in Massachusetts, and 2 of them were from the same person. So really, 2 people are the only 2 people in the state that turned them in.
That's crazy, man. But yet they think this is going to be. I don't think they think it's going to be successful. I think it's just more of a dog and pony show.
Oh, that plus it's a tack-on charge.
Yeah.
You have one, you get jammed up for whatever reason. It's just a tack-on charge. It's how they enforce this stuff anyway.
Yeah. Sometimes there was another guy one time who had a solvent trap, and he called up and said, "Hey, I got this solvent trap, blah blah blah. What should I do with it?" And they said, "Oh, well, just come turn it in. We'll take it." So he went down to the police station. And they arrested him.
Of course, yeah. Morons.
It's like he was trying to do something good. That was in New Jersey, which is a crappy state. That's MLN's headquarters too.
New Jersey, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an office in New Jersey, Florida.
I just figured they were in Virginia.
No, I think they do have an office in Florida, but all the like main editing takes place in New Jersey, and they got one in Colorado too. So Florida, Colorado, and New Jersey.
Oh, 21.
All right, Rich, that's your job.
Yeah, the AUG, depending on the stock, can use AR mags. A left-handed bolt is available, and they are left-handed. Can mod the FA stock and kits to work with semi-receiver, but then, ta-da, you have a machine gun. By the way, own an FA AUG from Die Hard. No way!
That is awesome.
That's crazy.
Send me a picture. Info@company.com. I would love to see that. Yeah, depending on the stock, they can use AR mags. The ones that are in the country right now at surplus, I don't think any of them can.
No, they're all waffle mag, OEM mags.
And you can get a left-handed one, but you don't know what you're going to get when you buy surplus. You might get a left-handed one, and you might get a right-handed
So
one.
a couple of people I've called the places that are selling, and they all said they're right-handed. They don't have any left-handed. Meanwhile, I know a number of people that got left-handed AUG kits.
Yes, Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms.
Yep.
He got a left-handed kit. They're gonna do a video where I think
Dual wielding.
Strange is gonna be dual wielding a left-handed, right-handed. Yeah. So this is gonna be coming. So Jared, are you planning to leave Massachusetts now?
Absolutely. I'm waiting for the housing market to crash, because I think it's happening in certain parts of Florida already. Prices are dropping, so I'm at a position of strength as far as investments go. This house we're currently in, I believe I'll be able to pay it off in October or November. So then I can operate from a position of advantage as far as scouting stuff in Florida. Right now, the problem is the area I'm looking in. They're getting a lot of cash offers within 48 hours of the property going live. So it's tough, especially like I'm kind of looking for a specialty style. We have this 6 of us, so I need 5 bedrooms plus a spare room for a studio. So 6 bedrooms in Florida where I'm looking is while they have them, they're not plentiful. So when they do hit the market, they're gone within 48 hours. So it just makes it tough.
Wow.
Yeah, I have my studio in my Delaware house. I would love to have a studio in New York, but there's just no room.
Well, that's
I do it from like a kitchen.
so
table.
I'm in Jupiter in Palm Beach County, and I looked for 7 years for a house, and I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but it was kind of outside what I budgeted for.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing's more than doubled in the 7 years that I'm in it.
Yeah.
Where I live at, people like post like messages on message boards trying to buy people's houses or whatever. But where I live at, we really never have a housing crash.
That's because the government is paying for all you folk.
Exactly.
Everybody's on the government tit there.
Everyone's on the dole.
Everybody makes Fauci money in your neighborhood, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. But whatever happens, it doesn't really. It does affect my area, but not as much as other areas.
I forgot, John. You live in the bad neighborhood.
I do live in the bad neighborhood. Dude, we had some drive-bys, man.
What, drive-bys? They're handing out cakes or something?
No, their version of drive-bys is when the paper boy comes and throws the paper on the lawn.
Yeah.
No, like 3 days in a row, somebody was driving around shooting at houses. Like freaking random.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Were you in Camo Lane in the front yard waiting?
No, I was up in New York at the time.
But it was David Chipman looking for you.
But here's the thing, right? CIA drive-by. But here's the thing, right? The DC sniper guy.
Mm-hmm.
That happened 3 days. That was like 3 days in a row. Right before that happened, he was from like 10 minutes away from my house. He gets caught trying to shoot people in DC, and there's no more shootings. I think it was him. I mean, they're still investigating, but it would make sense, right?
Yep.
Circumstantial evidence.
Yeah. But who knows? Yeah, isn't that weird? My neighborhood is not a neighborhood you would expect any drive-bys.
Yeah, and not even at the CIA safe house in your neighborhood.
Yeah, that would be bad. Probably freaking out missiled them. Have a little javelin come over, hit the car as they're trying to get away. So, last time you were on, we did something with. DLD is in the house. We did something with Cameo.
Oh shoot, that was when Jared was here?
That was Jared's idea.
Did we have Joe on also or no?
No, it was Jared's idea. Joe wasn't there. He was somewhere.
Wasn't Jared's idea. It's on video.
It was Jared's idea. So,
I went and saw our buddy right after that at his place of employment there, and he was fired up.
I think he was more fired up because we told everyone that he was a furry. Funny. Shooting Gallery, New England. We played. Actually, let me go ahead and play this.
I played it last night.
Yeah, we'll play it right now.
Commander Brown, Detroit Urban Survival Training. Congratulations to Joe and his wife on triplets. That's amazing. That's gonna be a lot of amazing. You guys are gonna work together because it's gonna be a lot. Wow. So, as far as what John let me know, and that is that you're in a furry club. So here's the thing about a furry club. I'm not sure what a furry club is. I think you meant Fury Club. When you have triplets, that will be enough Fury. You will not be any extra clubs for Fury. We're going to have to cut that out. That intelligent option will increase survivability and success. And a happy triplets and marriage situation. No Fury or furry. No clubbing. Just stay home.
That's what we did to Shooting Gallery, New England. And he calls me up and he's like, "You told him I was a furry." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Asshole." And he just hangs up on me. That was it.
I haven't seen much of Commander Brown lately. I think maybe his 15 minutes of fame is finally fading out.
Yeah, probably. But what I want to do is I want to do another cameo. And I want to target someone else.
Did you buy one for Ralph?
No, Ralph. I think Ralph was having enough of me for that day. So I was like, yeah. So there he goes. So
Rich
we're gonna have
uses dial-up internet.
Well, they're complaining about my audio on my phone using the cellular.
I'm going to send you
Oh, I rebooted my router. I couldn't get the UI, the web UI up for it, so I had to SSH into it and reboot the router.
All right, so I'm gonna do another cameo. I'm gonna keep it a secret, but I am thinking about doing Eric. IV8888.
Oh, he'll love that.
Yeah, I just haven't decided who I'm gonna do it or what I'm gonna say. I don't know. I got to do some research and figure out who I should do. But if you guys have any suggestions on there, anyone on Cameo.com.
Who on Cameo would be good for Eric?
Yeah, that's not too expensive. I'm not looking to spend $500 on a Mr. Wonderful thing or whatever.
You guys going down to NRAM?
No.
Not on my radar either.
I will be. Just because.
Where's that going to be?
It's in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I would go because there's a lot of people in Texas I want to see.
Yeah, I got invited to the Primary Arms Range Day. I don't know if you're going to that, but that looks like that's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to that. They had I had a flight issue that we had to work out, and we're working on that. So if we can get that straightened out, then yes.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the last one they did was awesome, and they said that this one's going to be even better. It should be a good time.
You talking about the range day or NRAM?
Range day.
Range day is what I would go for. They had it last time, even though MRAM was canceled, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I am figuring. So, what do you guys think about Randy Couture for Eric's thing?
Randy Couture, yeah.
Randy's pretty good. Is Eric? I don't remember. Is Eric into MMA?
I don't know. I'm just looking for people that fit my budget.
He's into music. He's a guitarist.
He is okay. And what are we gonna say?
Depends
Come
on
on,
who you have, I
Jared.
guess.
Yeah, I forget. Eric has. That's the weird thing. I've never seen his guitar channel.
He's on. He does a lot of stuff with the Gun Drummer too. I don't know if you watch any of that stuff.
Yeah, I see his stuff.
Oh, how about this? Mark McGrath, Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray, wow.
Just because he's probably needs the money.
How much are those guys?
I got it. This is okay, everyone. This is who we're gonna get to do a cameo for Eric, and we're gonna say that Eric is this guy's biggest fan.
Hey, JST is going to be at NRAM. Cool.
You should hook up with JSD, man. Cool guy. Here we go.
Oh, the Naked Cowboy. He's from
Naked Cowboy.
Howard Stern made him famous.
Yes, and he's going to be doing something for Jared. Not Jared, Eric. All right, guys. Come on, give me some ideas.
I don't know. It's tough to rag on Eric because he's just a pretty freaking cool dude, man.
I know, but everyone has a weakness. Everyone has a weakness. That's all I gotta say. Bringing this down.
You got to talk about guns and guitars, I guess.
I got it. I'm going to congratulate him on founding his new band, Guns and Gadgets.
Once you send it to him, I bet the first fucking call is going to be to me. What did you do?
To Eric. And I'm going to make his pronouns they, them.
Oh boy.
He'll like that.
So, Jared, as far as houses go, do you think you're going to pay cash or you're going to have to finance?
Well, if everything works out as planned, option one is I'm going to win Powerball Wednesday and I won't have an issue. Option two, when we bought this house 20 whatever years ago, because I was still active on the job, we put everything in my wife's name. So in theory, I am a first-time buyer. So I'm going to take advantage of the FHA and do one of those, I don't know, low money down type deals. Instead of 10%, maybe put 3 to 5% down, and then when this sells, just pay it off.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, because the only thing I'm concerned about right now is the housing market is way the heck up and interest rates are rising.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like this was at 5. I think it's like 5.2% now, and then the Fed said they're going up again. So you got to they get the rising cost of home values, you get the rising cost of the interest, and then now a lot of the major areas in the country are revaluing stuff for taxes now. So everything's going up to the point where it's really going to affect like the people who have investment properties. It's almost making it to the point where they're going to break even or lose money now. But I will see, man. That's if this house, Massachusetts, this will sell quick. This house, so even if I have to carry a note for a couple months, and then pay it off, that'll be fine. It'd be great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's the plan. I mean, we'll see. The other thought is maybe keep this and then have an agency take care of it and just rent it out and just take the check.
No, don't do it. My family, I have 2 houses, or my family owns 2 houses in Islip. I own 1. And we've always rented one out, and it's never been a good deal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just take the cash and move.
Yeah, this house was built late 1700s. So,
oh wow,
is my luck, everything would pop and break after I sign the contract, and then I'd have no income because I'd be spending repair money. But I just cut the tie and get the hell out.
Yeah. And that's my opinion on New York. My great grandfather built my house, and great grandfather built the house next door. One, at the end of the 1800s, one the early 1900s, and I just want out. I'm done.
Yeah, same here. But I gotta watch you guys. Florida's, as far as gun rights, man, it's got my attention because they're doing everything wrong lately.
Yeah, and I was a little disappointed. They had a special session to F Disney, and I was hoping they were going to throw, constitutional carry in there, but they didn't.
So I met with GOA Florida today, and I'm going to put the video will be out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. There's DeSantis is calling another special session for May.
Yep. And
it left it kind of vague, but there are ways that Florida can, residents can force it on. But if you watch the news today, DeSantis came out and endorsed Simpson, who is the person who wrote Parkland bills and the same person who is railroading constitutional carry. So he just endorsed him today. So behind the scenes, it says a lot.
That's nuts. And
there you go.
In my lifetime, I've been continuously disappointed by politicians, and some that were, friends of the family, etc. When DeSantis put the bill on my desk, I'll sign it. And I'm like, yeah, that's good for a rah-rah session, but make it happen, then I'll believe you.
You'd think, especially now, he's probably going to destroy whoever his opponent is, whether it's was it Christ
Charlie Crist or Nikki
Christ or Nikki Fried.
Yeah.
He'll probably railroad them, but if his aspirations for a presidential run play out to fruition, then it would look better for him to have a constitutional carry state, especially since half the country is, than to be the one who was kind of stopping it.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little, and we have a Republican supermajority in both the House, the state House, Florida State House, and Florida State Senate, and there's no reason this can't get done. And the only quip is the Florida Department of Tourism is saying that it could have a tourism issue.
Right.
Half the states have it. Who cares?
And the money so if you go down that rabbit hole, and we talk about that too, so some of it will be out tomorrow's video, but the amount of tourists that actually came into Florida this past year from other countries was minimal because of COVID. Nobody could come into the damn country, right? So the dollar bills that they value more than our rights are a very, very small percentage of the income that Florida takes in. So, but still, to value a dollar bill over your right.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, I got my little short for tomorrow or the next day.
What that cost you?
$50.
Really?
Yeah. So his old band is IV 8888, and his new band is called Guns and Gadgets.
My phone's ringing first thing.
Is that going to be on Spicy Friday?
I have no idea.
If you send it to Johnny, he'll put it on probably. I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely going to be posted. It's going to be Oh, somebody heard a rumor that I'm loaning Elon Musk the money to buy Twitter. No. I wish I got that money to buy Twitter. I mean, I don't know, man. This whole Twitter thing, I know Parler's freaking out about it.
Truth Social too. I heard they that the company that financed, I guess, whatever their shares of whatever their holding is dropped once the announcement came through too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got to think about it, right?
Yeah,
Everyone,
I kind of figured that would be the case. Dan Bongino was saying not so, but I was like, I don't know. You got an 800-pound gorilla in the room called Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's like YouTube. There's a bunch of other companies that have started a similar type platform. We don't ban people and stuff, but the beast is so freaking big, you really can't.
Oh yeah,
you can't compete.
Yeah, 99.99 something % of all the videos on the planet are watched on YouTube.
Right.
I know it's really crazy. I mean, what are you gonna go to?
Pornhub.
Well, and the other good thing is if Twitter is more of a freedom platform, it may put pressure on other platforms. So you cross your fingers and hope. I don't know if that means if I check the box and say I'm putting up a video about a pew, it's not going to go yellow on me, but because I've been having a stream of yellow.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing, right? I don't know if Rich, you might have, but I've worked in the realm of Silicon Valley. I used to work for Facebook for many years. I worked for Facebook, and the reason why I left Facebook is because I got tired of their leftist BS. Because these millennials, not all of them, but a lot of them, are I mean, their view is so warped. And they all live in the valley. I live in the DC area, but everyone I worked with was in the valley, in Menlo Park, in PK, and you have Mountain View and all those places around there. It's an echo chamber, and they live in a bubble, so they never leave their bubble. So when they look around, they think their view, like what is considered right to them. When I say right, I mean to the right of the
morally
right
or whatever, or consensus opinion.
No, the right of center to them is left wing to everyone else in the country.
Right.
So they're like, hey, we are going to the central part. We're leftist, but we're staying
they think they're extending an olive branch.
Moderate, and you're like, no, you're not. You don't even understand. And when you try to tell these kids that, they freak out. But there are some there that do, but unfortunately, they're silent because they don't want to deal with it.
They don't want to be ostracized, and that's Is it Voltaire that had the quote that says, "While I may disagree with you, I'll defend with my life your right to say it." And that's where I live. You know what? And Elon said it quite plainly, is if there's opinion from people we don't like saying things we don't like, then there's free speech.
Right.
Yeah. Here's another thing, right? I have a friend that is transgender at Facebook, and she was crucified as being anti-transgender when they found out that she was a conservative by people that are straight. So these straight people are calling, you're you hate yourself. You
just
hate
like that sheriff is
people.
Racist for complaining about the white guy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And she was like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I talking to her, and she said, I had a harder time coming out as a conservative than I did as transgender. And people tried to get her fired because she had conservative views.
All right, so the other day I was I've got a new job and I was wearing this shirt. They're like, oh, hey, you know, I'm meeting with a new team. It's like, let's all turn on our cameras and, you know, introduce ourselves. I'm like, yeah, hi. I'm Rich and I 3D print I'm Rich and I 3D print dust collector stuff figurines. You know, I mean, no, you're not going to say, it's like, yeah, you know, this is what I 3D print. I'm really into 3D printing.
I wore a shirt to Facebook one time with an AR on it, and people were like, are you sure you should be wearing that? I said, I got over 150 of these things. I'm like,
Did they have a trauma team to psychologically counsel your teammates?
you know, they're like, I don't know. No, my teammates were cool. It was when we had to meet via camera with the people okay, pulling back the curtain here. East Coast Facebook people don't like West Coast Facebook people, and West Coast Facebook
It's like
people,
the Bloods and the Crips.
Tupac and Biggie. Uh-oh.
No, it's just because people on the East Coast that work for Facebook are realists, and you know they don't live in that bubble.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The California bubble.
Yeah, you know, we would have like events where we'd go shooting at lunchtime or whatever, and like that would never happen out in California.
No. I wore a Let's Go Brandon shirt to the gym the other day. Got quite a few looks. Couple secret nods and thumbs up.
Yeah.
Everybody else was traumatized.
Oh, well, yeah, my wife, you know, she's like a spin instructor and stuff like that. She'd go to the gym wearing, you know, a MAGA hat. You know, it's like, it'd always be like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. People are afraid of what they don't know. They're afraid of being confronted by opinions that are different
Facts.
from them. It's not facts. It's just, I think a little bit differently than you do.
Yeah, it's something that's different than their perception of reality.
It's like this, right? We can agree where we all want to go, and we might disagree with how we get there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you know, it's something that they don't take, you know, easily.
Yeah. They're still clowns, though.
But what's really funny, I'm talking about Let's Go Brandon. My beach house is, I don't know if one of my neighbors is Joe Biden. I'm serious. And some dude parks a truck with Let's Go Brandon stickers and Let's Go Brandon flags and F Biden flags down the block from his house.
Wow.
Freedom of speech, huh? Some bitch.
Yeah. So it's funny to know that Joe Biden, every time he goes to his house, has to pass this truck with Let's Go Brandon and F Biden.
Well, like,
Probably
I've
doesn't
got
know what it is, doesn't know what it's there.
I've got an American flag and a Let's Go Brandon flag at the end of my driveway, and I know two neighbors on my block are not conservative. They haven't said crap, but they don't really talk to me either. So.
Yeah, my neighbors don't. I mean, some of my neighbors are cool.
I found the way to figure out if your neighbors are cool or not is to keep walking around like towards your garage and stuff with ARs slung and kit on and bringing guns out to the workshop.
Oh yeah, well it's like I'll shoot in the backyard. My neighbors will come over. It's like, hey, can I join?
Yeah, I shoot in my backyard. Helicopters in the air.
Well, you can't shoot in your backyard without hitting another house either. So
that is true. But even if I could, I still have a helicopter in the air.
But yeah, when I'll be testing something in my backyard, my neighbors go, "Hey, what are you up to? Is that you? Can I come over?"
That's cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in mass.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting me to 25,000 subs. That means a ton to me. Thank you, Jared, for joining me.
My
Thank
pleasure,
you,
bud.
Rich, for being my producer and taking cryptocurrency now instead of cash. I think he's trying to hide it from his wife or something.
That too, yeah. But I can buy guns with Tusk, and then my wife doesn't see the money going out of the checking account.
Yeah. Did you ever tell her how you paid for how you got the free Vegas trip?
No.
Okay. Is she there?
No, she's not here.
Does she watch your channel?
No.
All right. Rich
At
is
least she claims not to.
Rich is like, hey, instead of paying me this month, can you just book everything for me? I can tell my wife I'm going for free to shot. I'm like, okay.
Not a bad deal.
Well, I had the Sky Miles, and initially I thought there was, somebody doing Airbnb I could get in on, and that didn't work out. But I'm like, all right, I'll have to rent a place. Oh God, the Circus was the worst. Don't ever stay at Circus.
That's the place I went my first year, dude, and I don't even want to walk near that place again.
Dude, I had a room at the freaking Venetian, and I got COVID.
Yeah.
Couldn't go.
I'm gonna sleep on a sidewalk instead of Circus.
Well, this is my third or fourth year, but this was the first time I stayed at the Venetian. But I'll pay the extra money just for the convenience now, because you just literally
go downstairs
in the elevator, go downstairs, and you're there.
Right.
Yeah, the Circus is a hotel in Vegas that's like.
Oh no. Jordan says the Stratosphere is just about the same as Circus.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know. So Circus, did you stay in a tower, or did you stay in the lodge,
I think it was the old tower.
Okay, so I stayed in the motel part out back.
Oh, the motel part's terrible, man.
Dude,
I didn't even do that to you.
Shooting in the parking lot, and I was like,
"Oh no way!"
I did not. I couldn't do that to you, man. Stick you in the motel part.
That was rough.
Yeah, there was something that looked like a Holiday Inn next to Circus. Is that what you're talking about?
So if you go out, did you walk around the property
Yeah, I did.
The circus part is, if you go out on the side street and across the street where the pool is, there's like a motel. You have like 5 buildings.
Yeah,
it's a little motel, 2 or 3 stories tall. That's where I stayed my first year, figuring I'm going to go as cheap as possible. Never, ever again.
You know what? It wasn't even the accommodation smell. My room, I got a contact high from. Glad I wasn't blood testing for a new job. What?
You can get like at least stay in like the New York or the MGM or
the Flamingo. That's
Flamingo. They're not bad.
So to give him credit, the lady that checked me in, she could have worked at the Waldorf Astoria in Manhattan. She was fantastic. The other people I had to deal with were the worst in the world. They treated me like I was a criminal.
Well, 2 years ago, the year before they canceled, I stayed at a south of the airport on the Strip. It was a place that sold timeshares. And when people weren't in their timeshares, they rented them out. It was pretty cool. It was 2 bedrooms, a living room, a full kitchen. This year it was booked, which is why I ended up going back up towards the Venetian. But it was a pretty cool option, and it was probably half of what you pay for stuff up on the Strip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was in for a conference once. I stayed at MGM, and that was nice.
G Web says stay off the Strip. I used to stay in the Venetian. I don't pay for it, so.
Yeah,
I don't pay for it, so doesn't matter to me. That's Freddie and Brian over at Ammo Land paying for that. All right, guys. Well, that is it. I'm going to say bye to Rich. Rich, you can find Flying Rich at Flying Rich on all channels, not Fly Rich or Flying with Rich. It's Flying Rich. We know I do want to get Flying with Rich and Fly Rich and Flying Rich all on the same podcast. I think that would be freaking hilarious.
Gotta work that out.
And really confusing. You can also follow him on MySpace. He's Flying Rich on MySpace. Go to Jared's laughing. I'm not even joking. You can go to flyingrich.locals.com or follow him on Instagram at flyingrich_official. official. Anything else you want to add, or did I get it all?
Yeah, that's good. Or orders at flyingrich.com for all your polymer 80 needs.
If you need polymer 80s, go there. Repealed NFA in the Fed. I think we all agree here. Tactical Pineapple out there. Ron Wayne, Drew Bradley, Jacob, John Tram, John Voorhees, all you guys. Thank you so much. And with that, we're going to get off here. I got a Cub Scout meeting I got to get to.
You're a den mother?
Yep. And I'm going to give the final word to Guns and Gadgets. You can follow him on Guns and Gadgets on YouTube. I'm pretty goddamn sure that you know who he is.
Be safe and screw the ATF.
All right. Anything else you want to? Okay. Well, with that, I think we can end on that because that's freaking perfect.